Who do you think is the greatest of all time? Would you put Helmuth?
It
Now he's
depends.
definitely, he seems like the kind of person when mentioned he would actually watch this, so you might want to be careful.
Well, as I said, I love Phil, and
Yes.
I would say this to his face. I'm not
Yes.
saying anything. I don't. He truly. I mean, he is one of the greatest.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's the greatest. He's certainly the greatest at the World Series of Poker, and he is the greatest at, despite the game switching into a pure game, almost an entire game of math, he has managed to keep the magic alive, and this just through sheer force of will, making the game work for him. And that is incredible. And I think it's something that should be studied because it's an example.
Yeah, there might be some actual game theoretic wisdom. There might be something to be said about optimality from studying him,
What do you
right?
mean? What do you mean by optimality?
Meaning, or rather, game design, perhaps. Meaning, if what he's doing is working, maybe poker is more complicated than we're currently modeling it as. So, like
Or
yeah,
there's an extra layer, and I don't mean to get too
yes,
weird and wooey, but or there's an extra layer of ability to manipulate the things the way you want them to go that we don't understand yet.
Do you think Phil Hellmuth understands them? Is he just generally
Hashtag positivity. Well, he wrote a book on positivity, and
he has?
Yeah,
He did?
it's
Not
called Positivity.
like a trolling book?
No,
A serious?
he's straight up. Yeah.
Phil
And-
Hellmuth wrote a book about positivity.
Yes.
Okay. Not ironic.
I think it's about sort of manifesting what you want.
Ah.
And getting the outcomes that you want by believing so much in yourself and in your ability to win, like eyes on the prize. And I mean, it's working.
The man's delivered.
Yeah.
But where do you put like Phil Ivey and all those kinds of people?
I mean, I've been, to be honest, too much out of the scene for the last few years to really. I mean, Phil Ivey's clearly he's got that X factor. He's so incredibly intimidating to play against. I've only played against him a couple of times, but when he like looks you in the eye and you're trying to run a bluff on him, oof, no one's made me sweat harder than Phil Ivey. Just my bluff got through actually. That was actually one of the most thrilling moments I've ever had in poker. It was in a Monte Carlo in a high roller. I can't remember exactly what the hand was, but I 3-bet and then like just barreled all the way through, and he just like put his laser eyes into me, and it felt like he was just scouring my soul. And I was just like, hold it together, Liv, hold it together. And he was like,
you knew your hand was weaker.
Yeah, I mean, I was bluffing. I presume, which, there's a chance I was bluffing with the best hand, but I'm pretty sure my hand was worse. And he folded. I was truly one of the deep highlights of my career.
Did you show the cards or did you fold?
Yeah.
What
you should never show in game, because especially as I felt like I was one of the worst players at the table in that tournament. So giving that information, unless I had a really solid plan that I was now like advertising, oh look, I'm capable of bluffing Phil Ivey, but like why? It's much more valuable to take advantage of the impression that they have of me, which is like I'm a scared girl playing a high roller for the first time, and keep that going.
Interesting, but isn't there layers to this, like psychological warfare, that the scared girl might be way smart, and then like to flip the tables? Do you think about that kind of stuff?
Or definitely.
Is it better not to reveal information?
I mean, generally speaking, you want to not reveal information. The goal of poker is to be as deceptive as possible about your own strategies while elucidating as much out of your opponent about their own. So giving them free information, particularly if they're people who you consider very good players, any information I give them is going into their little database and being I assume it's going to be calculated and used well. So I have to be really confident that my like meta gaming that I'm going to then do, oh, they've seen this, so therefore that, I'm going to be on the right level. So it's better just to keep that little secret to myself in the moment.